I know Rudy, when he came in, asked me, where's my podium? And I told him this is New York style. So, Rudy, I apologize, we don't have a podium. I know Coca-Cola is used to having a podium, but we're ghetto style over here in New York. Buenas noches. I want to thank everybody for coming here tonight. This is more than what we expected. We have another floor downstairs, so if you want to talk when the people are talking, just go downstairs. There's another bar downstairs, and there's room. So if you guys feel like you're getting a little cramped, you can go downstairs. We do have a bar downstairs. Okay? So I'm going to have Bishop Kirkland, who's our MC tonight, say a couple of words, and then we're going to start the program. So I'm going to ask people to start sitting down and making yourself comfortable. I'm going to ask Joe Muniz, our president of the State Chamber, to start. I see him somewhere around there. Joe, come up here. We need you up here.
Buenas noches todos. Muy buenas noches y gracias por haber venido esta noche aquí. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for coming tonight. Before we start any program with the New York State Hispanic Coalition, we like to start with a prayer because we like to thank God. And we want to thank God for our country. Amen? Amen. So, shall you bow your heads and close your eyes just for a moment. Señor, te damos gracias por tus bendiciones, te damos gracias porque tu presencia está aquí. The Chamber of Commerce that's represented here. We thank you for every organization that represented here. Somos el Futuro, Coca-Cola y todos los demás que están aquí. Te damos gracias por tu presencia en el nombre de Jesús. Amén. The New York State Hispanic Chambers of Commerce Coalition. Frank Garcia. Come on and give God praise for him.
I promised Ignacio, our chairman, I wasn't going to talk too much. And I promised our president of the Mexican Chamber, Alfonso, was in. Everybody knows that's hard for me to do, but today I'm very grateful that we have a packed house today. No one would think that we would have this on a launch of 5 new chambers. And before I get into my speech, what I would like to do is have one of the people I represent, because it's not about me, it's about all the chambers that we represent. It's about the presidents that volunteer, los presidentes de cámaras que son voluntarios, que ayudan a la comunidad hispana, que están peleando para tus derechos, como hace nuestro Bishop Ebony Kirkland. That's incredible. Let's give her a big applause for her prayer. Who's my chairman of the Bronx Hispanic Chamber. Luckily, I'm no longer the chair of the Bronx Hispanic Chamber.
Don't mess with me. I'm the rep. So if you give applause to Yankees, you better give me one. I'm good to you guys. All right. Well, that was cheap. I want to hear a big applause. Applause. That's my Coca-Cola people. I got their back. They got my back. Don't mess with me now. Well, I'm very honored to introduce a wonderful human being.
Say what chamber you're from first.
Oh, I'm sorry. I am the president, founder of the first ever gay, lesbian, transgender, bisexual, queer, and straight. We got straight chamber members right here too, okay? So we are a very diversity chamber. Somos una cámara comercial de gay, lesbian, straight. Ahí ya estamos. And I want to thank and present to you one of the best of the best. Came all the way from Atlanta, Georgia. And ladies, I am honored to present el señor Rudy Becerra.
Muchísimas gracias. Thank you, Carmen. You know, it's great to be Latino in this country. Yeah. To be bilingual, bi-coastal, and bifocal. This is my New York podium. Muy buenas noches. Bienvenidos a todos esta noche. Primero que nada, en nombre de la compañía Coca-Cola, es un honor estar aquí con ustedes compartiendo 2 celebraciones. El mes de octubre, que celebramos nuestra herencia hispana, y la otra donde vamos a dar la bienvenida a las cámaras de comercio. Quiero reconocer a mi hermano Frank García y al New York State Coalition of Hispanic Chambers of Commerce por todo el trabajo que están realizando por fortalecer los negocios hispanos del área. Frank, muchas gracias. Tonight, my friends, I'm proud and honored to be here with you celebrating the many accomplishments Latinos have made to this great country. From the film lots in Hollywood to the corridors of political power in Washington, D.C., to arts and culture, millions of Hispanics in every state have made this great nation of ours the place to live and work. But more importantly, the entrepreneurship by Hispanics have enriched the economy throughout this great nation. Your podium.
My ghetto podium.
That is why, ladies and gentlemen, vamos a dar un fuerte, cordial bienvenidos a las nuevas cámaras de comercio. The New York Latino Restaurant Association. The Ecuadorian Hispanic Chamber. The Brooklyn Hispanic Chamber. And the New York Mexican Chamber.
New York State.
Sorry, New York State. Muchísimas gracias y disfruta esta noche y acuérdase que destapa la felicidad con Coca-Cola.
Rudy has been my mentor. When people in New York, when I was president of the Association of Young Latino Entrepreneurs, the only 3 people that believed in me was Ramon Velez, this man, and Jose Nino. And I'm the leader I am because of him. Because he believed in me, he mentored me. When they used to call and say, oh, Frank is fighting for some Hispanic business, please pull him off us, the pimple. He would come and tell me, Frank, you need to be more diplomatic. I'm more diplomatic now. I want to thank Donna. Where's Donna around here? Donna, come up here. Donna has been a big support for us. Why? Because our Latino restaurants, Rudy met with a couple of Mexican restaurants in Yonkers. Now we're Rudy. Rudy's going to be in Atlanta. That is our person who's the head of this region for Coca-Cola. And she's the one that supported us when people had issues where they were going to lose profits of their business. And she came out and went with all the chamber presidents. So let's give her a big, big applause for supporting and paying this event. Thank you. You want to say quickly a couple of words?
Can I say buenas noches? No, thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here with you all. I wish you all the best as you start this new association. We look forward to working closely with the group. Thank you.
Introduce someone that, un momento. I want to acknowledge Liz Berman from Coca-Cola, our chairman of the region, our past chair, but you're still our chair. We love you, Liz. Thank you for all the work you've done for us. I want to introduce, how many people are going to Puerto Rico with us in November? Yeah! That's not good. I want to see more hands. How many people are going to Puerto Rico? Just to let you know, this event tonight is to raise money for the presidents to go to Puerto Rico. So every dollar that you give, you're going to have a president fighting for the minority business bill and fighting for the soda issues that we're having right now with the restaurants. So I want to, our leader, my political leader, and our state chamber leader, because we wouldn't have chambers in Rochester, Buffalo, and Syracuse if it wasn't for this man. He believed in us when other elected officials, Latino, did not. That's why they're not here. We invited him. Why? Because él nos ayuda a nosotros. And that's Felix Ortiz. Let's give him a big applause. Our leader.
Thank you, Frank. Buenas noches.
Buenas noches.
Es un placer estar aquí con todos ustedes celebrando este primer año de aniversario donde Somos participa como co-sponsor de este evento, y le doy las gracias a Frank y a todos los coordinadores y a la New York State Hispanic Coalition for allowing us from Somos to be part of this wonderful event. As you can see, not only somos uno, somos el futuro, somos muchos. And I do believe on that. I do believe that when I took over about Somos, I came over to make a difference and to make a transition where everybody should be included. Not just the people from one side, but the people throughout the state of New York. That is the reason why we do have representation in our board of directors from Buffalo all the way down to Montauk. So if you look around, the Somos El Futuro board of directors has been divided by region. So where every region throughout the 62 counties of the state of New York has been represented. And the good news about this is that I have managed to increase the participation of Somos, not just in Albany in March, but also in Puerto Rico. And one of the most fundamental things that I would like to say to all of you that we have done together with the Chambers of Commerce around the state of New York is when we created the first website and the webcast about economic development from Buffalo, Rochester, Syracuse, Utica, Amsterdam, Albany, Manhattan, the Bronx, and Long Island. And that really gives the Lieutenant Governor of the state of New York the opportunity to communicate via video conferences and to understand the issues of our small business, who are the catalyst and the bone and the backbone of this economy. And we should not be giving our back to our small business community. So therefore, someone is committed and continue to be committed to have workshops on economic development, access to capital, as well to ensure that procurements are fair and the small businesses get what they deserve. With that, I would like to thank you, Frank. I would like to thank my friend Rudy Becerra, who I know for many, many years, and also our new president of the United States Hispanic Chamber of Commerce.
New chairman.
New chairman of the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, U.S. Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, who I had the pleasure to work at the national level many years ago when I founded the National Hispanic Caucus of a state legislator, Mr. Veloz, who is here with us. Thank you very much, and may God bless you and keep the faith.
The people that represent the Consul Generals, are they here for the different countries? I know we had the Consul General of Guatemala, who was here a minute ago. México está aquí, de Guatemala. Tengo a Diego del gobierno de Guatemala around there from the Economic Development. Where's my favorite trade commissioner? I'm going to get in trouble with all the other countries. Where's Diego? Diego! You want to do business in Guatemala? That's the man. Diego, vamos a aplauso a Diego. So, we promise we're going to try to move this very quick. What I wanted to do is introduce Peter, who's going to say a couple of words before he introduced Robert Jackson and a couple of other city councils that are here. And we're going to introduce also Ignacio. But I do want to say something before. I want to introduce Brian Figueroa, our lawyer, who keeps me out of trouble, and the chamber. Let's give him a big applause. He's the chairman of the New American Chamber. What I would like to do is, we have the Consul General of Botswana, Africa here. Where's the Consul General? Consul General, let's give him a big applause. We're doing business with Africa. We're doing business with China. We're going international. So I'm going to ask Peter to introduce our chairman. But Peter is going to say something that's extremely important. And our national chairman, please, came all the way from Puerto Rico to give us a special message about the issues we face. This is not about having a beer or having a cocktail. This is about supporting Hispanic business. And we're here to help you. But if you don't help us, we can't help you. So I want Peter to say a couple of words and listen to what he's going to say, please. Quiet, because this is very important. Could be the death of Hispanic businesses if we're not serious. Shh.
Thank you very much. I want to start off, I would be remiss if I did not at least say that, you know, people have often said to me, you know, Frank Garcia is not afraid to say what's on his mind. And sometimes he says so forcefully he scares people. You know what? I'm glad he scares them. And we should be glad that he's our leader, because he has been an effective, honest, and consistent spokesperson for the Latino community. And you know I don't say that lightly. We should give this man an applause for the way he's protected us. And now, more than any time in the history of our community, I'm sad to say, I cannot believe I am trying to do a fight that I didn't think I would ever do in New York, where the Hispanic community is being thrown under the bus. I mean, we are being sold out by even some of our own elected officials, by some of our own representatives, or they call so-called representatives. Let me tell you what the deal is. There is a local law 129. That is a law that affects the participation goals of minorities in municipal contracts. They have raised that dollar limit from $228 million to $2.6 billion, which means that there are billions of dollars, not millions, billions of dollars involved, which could help a family live through this economic crisis that we've had in the past 4 years, that can help workers who can be employed. And what we've seen here are people who have said, you know what, we're going to put more money out there, but only a few select people. And meanwhile, the minorities, especially the Latinos, have been cut from 9% to 4%. 4%. That means we're talking about $1 billion. $1 billion that we cannot get access to. I'm telling you guys, you better wake up. This is something that we need to deal with. There's a prize up there. We're having a town hall meeting next Tuesday at the office of Puerto Rico. I know you all like to drink beer and all that. That's what we want to network. But you better be at that meeting next week. Because if they pass this law, and look at each one of you and say, where were you? Where were you that Tuesday? That'll be next Tuesday at the office of Puerto Rico. I know we have some city councilmen people here, and I want to introduce them. Some of them have indicated they're very concerned about what we're going through, and that we expect them to join us in our fight. Let me make it very clear. This is a fight of real bread and butter issues. Yeah. Bread and butter. We're not talking about, you know, some little slogans. $1 billion. About $1 billion. You can support your family with 1% of that contract, okay, and live well. But you're not going to get it if you allow this to happen. And the only one that's going to stop it is us, right? And the people who are standing behind me. Now I want to introduce a couple of people that I've always been impressed with. And they're good people. They're good people because even at the hearing, I have to mention one person in particular, who's a member of the Committee on Contract, who's dealing with this issue. He stood up there and he looked at some of these people and said, are you telling me that you're going to accept the cutting out of almost half of the Latino contractors? And when that person responded, oh, well, maybe you study, oh, no, maybe not. You know, he put them down where they were supposed to be. That is, in an area where they have not represented us. And I have to let's give a big hand to Councilman Robert Jackson.
Thanks, Peter. Good evening, everyone. I'm glad that all of you are here because, you know, Peter said it right, that your voices must be heard. And if you don't stand up and speak up, then the people downtown will know that you don't care. So I ask you a question. Do you care enough to show up next week as Peter indicated? Yeah. Okay. Well, time will tell. As you know, talk is cheap. Action, we want to see action and not talk. But I say to you that I stand in front of you as the former chair of the Contracts Committee. I stand in front of you as the co-chair of the New York City Council's Black, Latino, and Asian Caucus. There are 27 members of the caucus. And clearly, at the hearing that was held, at which I believe you were chairing, right? Dominic Recchia, come on Dominic. Dominic Recchia, my colleague in the City Council, is the chair of the Finance Committee. And this is a bill, an intro, that is being heard now, going through the process. And normally what happens when a bill is introduced, there are amendments to the bill. And so Peter and Frank and others were down there expressing themselves on behalf of Hispanic businesses. So clearly if the disparity study shows that the percentage is going to go down from 9 to 4, that's a 5% decrease. That's worth a lot of money. So you need to put the pressure on the system to make it accountable to you. I stand here as one member of the City Council, knowing that there are 51 members, knowing that there are 27 that are either black, Latino, or Asian. And clearly, when you look at the previous bill, Local Law 129, the caucus was instrumental in moving that particular matter. So let me just introduce my colleague, the chair of the Finance Committee, Dominic Recchia, to say a few words. I believe in front of his committee.
Thank you, Rob Jackson. And Peter, I just want you to know, we do not want to hurt Latino or Hispanic businesses. I gave you my card. We will meet. We will sit down. You will hear what you have to say. Like Rob Jackson said, this is just an introduction. There's one hearing on it. We want to work with you. We do not want to hurt any business. If anything, we want to bring the number up, not down. Because we don't want to go back to the progress that we are making. We want to go forward. And I just have to say, with Frank Garcia at the leadership here, and my good friend Felix Ortiz, and he's someone from Brooklyn. I'm from Brooklyn. And I don't want Felix to come back and say, what are you doing to us in the City Council? Okay? So we want to work with you. We want to see the numbers go up, not go down. It's a work in progress, so let's all stay united together and have dialogue to make this work out. Thank you. I'll see you in Puerto Rico.
Big wepa for our friend Ignacio Velo.
¡Nuestro líder! ¡Mi hermano!
I don't have a podium here. Rudy. Next time, we'll get a podium. Good night to everyone. How's Hispanic here? I want to hear it. Yeah! You having fun? Yes. Good. I just wanted to excuse our chairman, Mark Rodriguez, sent all a warm welcome to this event. He asked me to apologize for not being here because of the conflict of the agenda. I just want to introduce first one of my friends and board members of the USACC. She was a regional chair of this region 5 and bring our last 2 national conventions more than 50 Hispanic businesses and presidents from chambers from the New York area. All of you know her, Liz Berman. Yo la llamo Lizzie. She is my good friend.
Gracias y bienvenidos a todos. Es un placer estar con ustedes representando aquí la Cámara de Comercio. Espero que lo pasen muy bien y vamos a la próxima convención. Así como fuimos a la última, tienen que ir a esta próxima. ¿Ok? En Washington, va a ser bien cerca. Un beso para todos. Buenas noches.
That's going to be the leader conference that will be in March. But I hope we're going to have the next convention in Chicago, where Puerto Ricans are most of them, like here in New York. I want to thank Frank for this great event. Frank, this is awesome event. I want to thank you for the magnificence. I just want to thank you for your leadership. And this is, I hope, to be the first one to going to be the next year and the next year. Count on me, okay? Thank to Rudy Becerra to support every time that the small businesses. Furthermore, Coca-Cola has a long track record of supporting Hispanic businesses in the USACC and elsewhere. We thank Coca-Cola for being a long-standing member of the USACC as a sponsor, including sponsor our Young Entrepreneurship Initiative, BizFest, co-support the regional business in Chicago last January in partnership with Ford. We also applaud Coca-Cola for conducting a large amount of business each year of Hispanic enterprises. The USCCC recognized Coca-Cola, here it is, recognized Coca-Cola this year in the $250 million category at the $1 Million Club Award for their exemplary Hispanic business in their strategic supply chain. Let's get a round of applause for Rudy Becerra and Coca-Cola. Thank you, Rudy, for everything you do. I just want to be here to support all the Spanish businesses. I'm honored to be in this event. I hope it's not be the last or the first one, because we have to support each other. I hope to see you all in Puerto Rico. I hope to see you from the 8th, go out, it is an 8th.
The Somos Futuro.
8 on the Somos Futuro, 8th of November, I'm gonna play. I always win drinking, okay? And we're gonna give away. Thank you very much, man.
I do want to acknowledge my people that are now part of our family. I consider them part of the family. The Queens are up here, but I don't see them up here. That's from the Hispanic Parade of Queens and Manhattan. The president's here. Thank you for coming and supporting us. I know you're part of our family. Un aplauso grande a la parada de Hispanidad. Un aplauso muy grande a la parada de Hispanidad.
Buenas noches, damas y caballeros. Mi nombre es César Estrada, yo soy el chairman de Somos el Futuro. Es un placer para mí estar aquí y poder participar con ustedes. Muchas gracias por invitarme. Es mi placer, it is my pleasure to introduce to you today Heather Young. She's the Director of Government Affairs for the Business Council of New York State.
I hate addressing large crowds, and this is a very large crowd here. The Business Council is dedicated to making New York State a friendly place for businesses, because we understand how important it is for you all to have business opportunities and job opportunities for your community. We deal with pretty much every single issue that affects your business, from tax, economic development, energy, technology, telecommunications, everything. And the issues I deal with specifically, which are tourism and contract procurement. And I know there's a lot of you around here who want to talk about MWB, so please come find me later. But again, thank you for having me here, and I look forward to some next 2 weeks.
What I would like to do, because we're almost done, is the first people, 2 people that register for the golf game for Somos Futuro are going to win these clubs. So make sure you register with Tony. And we'll announce it later on, hopefully not, because I'll get my drink on, and I don't want to be bothered. And I do want to acknowledge in Puerto Rico that Somos Futuro is very important to us. I'll tell you why. For the first time, we're going to host a business roundtable with corporate executives. Johnson & Johnson, Microsoft. We have Macy's, very big corporations are going to come to do business with you and teach the people from the city and state how to do business with minority business. Because I gotta be honest, the state is not in the level that we need it to be. It's not. I've called, next week there's a big event in Albany. And I need all of you to go to the Minority Business MBE, because Felix Ortiz works very hard to get people to go. I've called Alfonso Davis, and he has returned my phone call, but I would like to see him more involved. They should have had people today. I know MTA's here. I think a representative from the MTA's here. But we want to make sure that you're there, because if you're not in it, you're not going to win it. And tonight we're introducing chambers. Being head of the state chamber with our new chairman, Ruben De Boda, and Mike Waters, our vice chair, we're making sure that chambers are real. And we need to make sure that those chambers that are not real, they're not taken away from the chambers like Carmen, like Brian Figueroa, like chambers that really, like Bishop Ebony Clerkland, all our other chamber presidents that really do the work. And so tonight, very quickly, I would like to introduce to the new president of the Latino Restaurant Association.
Once again, welcome tonight. My name is Rafael Anaya. It's a pleasure to be here tonight. Es un placer estar aquí como latino. I know I have a few minutes to talk, but I just want to say thank you, Frank. Thank you to the Coca-Cola. Thank you for all the members, to all the chambers. It's so proud. I'm so proud to be happy with all these friends that I have here. Guys, I'm here to work. I work to work. And that's what we need. I know the challenges in the restaurant business. I know what's going on with every single owner. I know every time the economy, Rafael, we have an issue over here. Rafael, what's going on with the employees? That's what I'm here for. Let's work. Let's make money, but in a way that everybody's happy. The employees have to be happy. The owners have to be happy. And that's what I'm here for. I want to give the opportunity to thank so many people. I know they're all here. I know they came to support me. But it's important to know that this is a family. If you see a guy that looks like me, Carlos Anaya.
That's right, that's my boy. Woo! Come on.
Elizabeth Ortiz, my lifestyle magazine. Yeah. My business mentor, Juan Esteban. Yeah.
De 4 restaurantes. Y también escucho acá al señor que habló de los restaurantes. Yo sé que es duro trabajar, es duro hacer eso, pero vamos a trabajar junto con él para sacar adelante el objetivo del señor. Y para el que me conoce, soy Jimmy Yestes y ahora voy a presentar a mi presidente de la Cámara de Comercio de Puerto Rico.
¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo están todos ustedes? Muy buenas noches. Mi nombre es Georgeline Paredes. Actualmente tengo el honor de ser la presidenta de la Cámara Ecuatoriana aquí en el estado de Nueva York. Muchas gracias a todos ustedes. Muchas gracias.
I want to thank the Consul General for Guatemala who came, who had to leave, who's the new chair of the Association of Consul Generals. We're very proud with the leadership of our Ecuadorian Consul General, Colombia, Bolivia, Salvador, Brazil, Venezuela, Colombia, Dominican Republic, Costa Rica, Mexico, Ecuador, and Honduras. Panama, they've been working with us to give scholarships to 60 businesses at $10,000 apiece for the Henry George School.
Muchas gracias por venir. Es un placer estar aquí al lado de un gran amigo, Fran García, una persona que trabaja, digo yo con un puro, pero piensa con una persona muy inteligente que conoce. Muchas gracias por todo. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate it.
And it's important that you fill out that survey. Thank you and network.
Quiero agradecer a Fran García por invitarme aquí a este evento a la Cámara Hispana de Estados Unidos, ya que tenemos que continuar eventos como este para conocer y ver cómo podemos mejorar la economía de los hispanos. Así que gracias a Rudy Becerra y a Fran García se hizo este evento tan magnífico para poder echar para adelante a los hispanos en la nación. Muchas gracias.
Buenas tardes, damas y caballeros. Mi nombre es César Astrálaga, soy el chairman de Somos el Futuro y ha sido una cuestión fantástica poder participar aquí en este evento hoy y ver la calidad de gentes de negocios latinoamericanos que se encuentran aquí en Nueva York. Y esperamos que estén presentes en San Juan, Puerto Rico, noviembre 8 y el 11, donde vamos a tener nuestro evento. Muchísimas gracias.